大家好，我是 Eric 长安万年。2008年的7月15号，来自于 Casey 这个母亲3通这个报警电话，引起了一桩特别扑朔迷离的一个案件。那么22岁的这个年轻妈妈 Casey Anthony 带着女儿偷开走了母亲的这个车，在离家出走1个月之后被母亲找到了，但是孙女呢却没有跟她在一起。后来在这个母亲的追问之下呢，这 Casey 承认了女儿其实已经失踪了1个月了，是被她的这个保姆抱走了。警察来到家里之后，对 Casey 的进行了初步的这个审问。Casey 有提到保姆的住址和自己在环球影城工作的这个消息，于是呢，这个警察第2天也就带着 Casey 去这些地方看看有没有什么线索。他们先去了保姆住的这个公寓楼，当然是没有人在家的。问了周围的这些邻居之后，才知道这一家其实已经很久没有住过人了。然后又去了 Casey 工作的这个环球影城，虽然所谓的这个保姆的这个家很明显确认是个虚假的信息了但是 Casey 依然在整个的跟这个警察互动的这个环节都非常的镇定，非常的平淡，包括一路到环球影城之后。那么在环球影城的这个门口呢 ，Casey 跟工作人员说他在这里工作带着这个警察来看看他的这个办公室，但是对方说没有找到 Casey 的员工信息。Casey 呢很坚持说，我就是在这里工作的，让他们仔细的去查看。于是对方问他的上级是谁，那么他说了一个名字，对方去查完之后又一脸困惑的走过来跟他们说，这个人也不在这里工作然后对方又问他你的这个内部的这个工作的电话号码是多少？那么 Casey 说出一串号码之后，对方直接就摇头，不，这不是我们这边的号码。但是不管怎么样，毕竟是警察来查案嘛，所以环球影城呢最终还是放他们进去调查了。然后这个 Casey 就带着警察在环球影城里面一顿走，那么中间还跟警察不停的去尝试聊天告诉警察自己的什么职业规划等等这些事情。直到他们走到一条死路的尽头的时候， Casey 才转过身来跟警察说实话，其实我不在这里工作。于是呢，警察也就直接在环球影城里面找到了一个小的会议室，对 Casey 趁热打铁的进行了一次审问。我们来一起看看这次审问。
Right now is July 16th, 2008. It's about 13-20 hours. We're at Universal Studios. Okay, we came here to Universal Studios. We're sitting in a little conference room. Obviously the door isn't locked. We just closed it so we can have a little bit of privacy and talk to you. And I can tell you, just for certainty, that everything you've told me so far has been a lie.I can tell you with a certainty, and let me explain why. Since I left you this morning, I've gone to every address that you've told me. I've looked up every name. I've talked to every person that you wanted me to talk to or tried to. I've reached out. I've talked to your ex-boyfriend. I've talked to Amy. I've talked to Tony. I came over here. I've already talked to all the employees. I found out all these names that you're giving me are people that either never worked here or have been fired here for a long time ago. Okay, so where we are right now is in a position that doesn't look very good for you. Because obviously, I know, and you know, that everything you told me is a lie, correct?
Not everything that I told you.
Okay. Pretty much everything that you've told me, including where Kaylee is right now.
That I don't know where she is.
Sure you do. And here's,
I absolutely do not know where she is.
Let me explain something.
可能是警察因为已经很明显的抓到这个 Casey 撒谎了，所以在这里就比较有恃无恐不害怕对方突然间说是我不配合了，我要走，你们放我走或者说是要求去找律师什么的，所以一上来呢就直接是一个对峙阶段了。这里刚才说的那些话就让我想起 Chris Watts 的那个案件了当警察问 Chris Watts 他的老婆孩子去哪里的时候， Chris Watts 也是说 That I don't know， 就是那个呢我不知道。不过 Casey 比 Chris 是高明的多了。Chris 在说这句话的时候是边笑边说的，大家还记得吗？这种笑呢叫 dumping delight， 是一种多余的这个微笑，这是一个很明显的一个撒谎的一个信号。而 Casey 这里呢，我们虽然看不到他，但是我们可以听到他说话。那么他说话的这个语气呢是非常斩钉截铁的。单从他说的这些语气话来说呢，并没有什么明显的破绽。不过呢 That I don't know， 这是一个距离感很明显的话。因为他们坐下来谈话之后，他的嘴里还没有提起来过这个小孩子，所以当他们第一次提起的时候，应该是从小孩子出发的。比如说他可能说，我真的不知道 Kaylee 在哪里，我不知道我的孩子去哪里了。而他和 Chris Watts 的共同问题都是，在说到这句话的时候，他们的说法都是那个事情我真的不知道。这个那个一下子距离感就出来了，好像说的这个事情跟自己没有什么太大的关系似的，像是在说别人的事情一样。其实这点上你说有什么好说的？这小孩失踪了31天你都没有报警，到最后报警也不是他报的警，而是他妈报的警。他一定是知道点什么的，但是到目前为止呢，他给警察提供的所有的信息都是虚假的，所以他肯定必须要给出一个非常合理的解释。
Together, combined experience in this room, we all have about 30 years of doing this. And I can tell you for a certainty that right now, looking at you, I know that everything that you've told me is a lie, including the fact that, your child was last seen about a month ago and that you don't know where she is. See, I'm very confident, just by having talked to you this short period of time, that you know where she is.
I don't.
You do. And here's the thing, we need to get past that because we could sit here and go back and forth all day long about I don't, I do, I don't, I do. It's pretty obvious that with everything that you've told us, nothing has been truth. You know where she is. Now, my question to you is this. We need to find Kaylee. I understand that right now, Kaylee may not be in very good shape. You understand what I'm saying? She may not be the way we or the way your family last remembers her. We need to find out from you where Kaylee is. This right now is this is going so far downhill, and this has become such a mess that we need to end it. It's very simple. We just need to end it.
I agree with you. I have no clue where she is.
Sure you do.
If I knew in any sense where she was, this wouldn't have happened at all.
警察很明显的提到你的孩子可能已经死了，但是这个点呢就被 Casey 完完全全的给忽视掉了。一般人听到警察这么说，至少会问个为什么吧，这因为你在说到的是我的亲生女儿啊，我的亲生的孩子才3岁而已，这里很有问题，这就会非常让我怀疑这个小孩子有可能真的是出事了。
You know, listen, this stuff about Zanny, the caretaker or the nanny taking care of him,
it's the truth.
It's not the truth because it went to the apartment complex. There's no person that ever lived there by that name. The apartment's been vacant since March. It's right across the street from your ex-boyfriend's house, who you never mentioned. And you said you wrote the address down because it was across the street. That's a lie because I've already talked to him and we've already been by the house and we've already looked at everything we need to look at over there. Mm-hmm. Everything you told us is a lie. Well, now there's a couple of ways that this goes. Right now, I've never mentioned.
这里警察说呢，这样做我就有点没看懂了。就是说，这么充分的一个证据，这么铁定的一个证据在手上，你说那个公寓是那个保姆的公寓，对吧？你说保姆住在那里，但我们去了，那个保姆并不住在那里，之前也没有住在那里过，而且这个公寓还在你这个男友的家的对面，这摆明了 Casey 是在撒谎，所以为什么不停一下？说完这句话之后停，然后沉默，看着他，给他时间让他解释自己。而警察这里呢，就直接抢话去说后面的这些内容了。我在这里再跟大家重申一遍，这个审讯的成功与否啊，与掌握了多少证据啊，并非一个就是正向相关的一个关系，并不是说你掌握了越多的证据，你的审讯的成功率也就会越高。那么反之也是一样，大家一定要明白这一点。
So I can look at you in a couple of ways. I can look at you as a person who's scared, who's concerned, and who's kind of afraid of what's going to happen because of something bad that happened before. Or we can look at you as cold, callous, and a monster who doesn't care, who's just trying to get away with something something bad that happened and trying to cover it up. It's going to be one of those two options. Now, from what I've already talked to you, okay, you seem like a very bright young lady. You don't seem like someone who has no education. All right. Now, what we have to do is we have to determine which way is this going to go. Are you a person who's scared about the consequences of what happened? Or are you scared about something that happened? Or are you really this cold, callous person who doesn't care about what happened? It's one of these two options.
I'm scared that I don't know where my daughter is. I would not have put my entire.
Hold on. I want to ask you something.
Yes, sir.
这里突然间出现一个警察打断他们说话并不是特别好，因为本来上一个警察说话已经没有特别的按照程序去走了，在把这个人设啊没有完全立起来之前呢，直接就问到了这个 alternative question 啊这个阶段了，也就是说是问这个你是因为害怕所以骗我们的这个好人呢，还是一个你是真的一个冷血谋杀的一个这样一个坏人？这个问题一般来说是要花很长时间之后去立好对方的一个人设之后，立稳了之后，利用对方的道德观念啊去给对方洗脑之后再问这个问题，推倒他们立好的这个人设。一般人呢，在怎么说都不希望被认为是一个坏人嘛，对吧？但是大家看这里啊，因为这个人设呢没有被立起来，所以呢 Casey 完全没有任何的压力。我就是不知道我女儿在哪里，我说的很轻松，而且我说的很坚定。这个时候去 handle denials， 去控制他的否认呢，其实是可以的。但是呢，一呢是为什么要由另外的一个警察去控制，由另外一个警察去做这件事情。二呢是如果是有另外一个警察一来插话的话，我感觉这个节奏就会变，方向就会带偏。我们再看看吧。
Like you said, you seem like a pretty bright person. Okay, you're here willingly, right? You're here because you're here to try to help, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Your whole reason for talking to us is to try to help, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's forced you to talk to us, right?
No.
You want us to. You're here because you called. You want us to help find your daughter, right? Mm-hmm. Now let me ask you something. You've given him bad addresses, okay? Mm-hmm. You drove me all the way out here. We walked from the gate back here on the way to your office, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. to an office that you don't have. We got all the way into the building, into the hallway out here before you finally says, well, I really don't have an office here. But up till then, we were walking to your office, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so I mean, does any of this make sense to you?
I understand how all of that sounds.
No. Here's the problem with that, though. Okay? You can carry the weight of this around for a long time. It's not going to get any easier, okay? What he's trying to tell you right now, I'm going to tell you, you know, in the amount of time that I've done this, almost 30 years now, okay, I've learned this. People make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. All the three of us have all made some mistakes in our lives. We've done some things we're not proud of, okay? But then there comes a point in time, you either own up to it, you say you're...
我老是吐槽警察啊，就是因为我知道这个警察插话进来就会打断节奏。本来呢 OK 我们考虑这个情况啊 Casey 撒谎了对吧，被警察抓了个现行，铁证如山抓住了，所以呢现在趁热打铁啊，甚至都没有离开环球影城，直接在环球影城里找了个小的会议室去突击审问他，这是 OK 的。同时呢因为他对警察撒谎了嘛对吧，这是违法的，你不能对警察撒谎的，警察已经可以告他妨碍公务了至少，所以有一个明确的罪名之后呢，他现在其实想走已经走不了了，而且因为这个撒谎的这个证据啊也比较确凿，审讯的这个场所呢也比较特别，所以这个时候他想要叫一个律师的可能性啊，一是难度会比较大，二是可能性也不高，所以一上来的那个警察呢就是一个直接的一个对峙，然后在后面没有好好立起来人设的这个情况之下，直接问出了这个就刚才那个 alternative question 那个好人坏人的那个问题，这也就罢了吧，后面再补人设重新再来慢慢来也是可以的。但是突然间旁边一个警察插话了，我先不说他插话时的这个声音啊和那个语气啊，那种颤抖和那个不太确定自己要想说什么的那种感觉啊，这个警察怎么突然间对于 Casey 的这个撒谎行为从一个之前的这个硬对峙转到一个软对峙上面了，他说话就给人感觉像是个爷爷在跟孙女说话的那种感觉似的，这样一来你前面的工作不就白做了吗？而且我觉得软对峙在这个阶段呢是不如硬对峙的，我们上期都领教了 Casey 这个人撒谎的这个能力啊，他可以毫不犹豫的就非常正常的在不停的说谎，而且还可以谎言套谎言，谎言再套谎言，就像一个怎么说一个滑溜的一个小老鼠一样。对于这样的一个小老鼠呢，其实最好的方法就是把它逼到一个角落里面，让它逃无可逃。我们再看看吧，我感觉这两个警察有可能搞不定 Casey。
Sorry, you try to get past it, or you lie about it and you bury it and you lie about it and you bury it and you lie about it and you bury it, and it just never ever goes away. Okay, that's it. Okay, now you know I want you to stop and think about what's going on here. Okay, we can explain that you're afraid, you know, that you were ashamed of maybe something bad that happened, you were afraid maybe it would happen. But now that we're giving you this opportunity and you continue to lie and you continue to lie, then what happens at some point it becomes, there's no excuse, there's no reason, there's no reasonable person to look at us and go, wow, this is a person who really just doesn't care. Okay? I mean, think about what we've done so far, okay?
The horrible thing that happened, and this is the honest to God's truth of everything that I've said, I do not know where she is. The last person that I saw her with is Zenaida. She's the last person that I've seen my daughter with.
And see, here's the problem. I think Sergeant Allen's trying to get to this, is that we know that's not the truth. We know. Well, listen.
Is.
We know that that's not true. That can't be the truth, because if that were the truth, everything you would have told us would have been on the money. The addresses you would have taken us would have been on the money. Everything else would have matched. If you had told us the truth, we wouldn't be here at Universal Studios, at a place that you've been fired since 2006.
I took him to the last place that I've seen my daughter. Besides that, I took them to other places that I've been.
Okay, when you brought us here to go look in your office, that was supposed to help us how?
Kaylee's been up here. Maybe we could talk to security to see if she's come through the front. I know she's come to the park. She's gone to Disney. She's been at SeaWorld. She's been at other places.
Let's go back to we're
a
here.
Backwards way of looking.
And why do you think it's backwards? It's backwards because you haven't been truthful with us, okay?
Because I've been reaching.
You've been reaching, huh?
I've been reaching to try to figure out a place where she actually is.
OK, Casey 的解释是这样子的，就是我带你们来这里呢，是因为 Casey 来过这里。那这个意思就是我们来这里呢，目的呢，其实就是来找线索的。 这个女的真的是背着牛头不认脏啊！这个撒谎被抓之后，她可以就不停的再继续撒谎。但是吧，我觉得一个可以注意的点是什么？如果 Casey 真的知道她女儿的真实情况，她在行动和语言上面的准备怎么差距这么的大？因为我们听她说了这么多话，对吧？她明显准备了很多需要跟警察说的话，包括警察可能会问我什么问题啊，每一个问题我该需要怎么去回答啊什么的。我觉得她把这些都想了很多，但是到了行动这边的时候，他怎么一点点准备都没有？他为什么会带警察去一个根本不存在的保姆的家里面？警察一去就会发现了呀。他又为什么带警察来环球影城？他在这边连一个认识的人都找不出来，他们连大门都进不去，那这不就是找死吗？这警察一来不就什么都发现了吗？有点不太明白。
When come to an office, it doesn't exist.
It's not helping.
So why'd you do it?
Honestly, I wanted to come up and try to talk to security. Maybe pass around a picture of Kaylee. I legitimately have not seen my daughter in 5 weeks. I didn't let anything happen to her, except I trusted her with somebody. Somebody that had been taking care of her, that had been taking good care of her. Someone that she was comfortable with, that I was comfortable with.
What about Jeff?
这里啊，就又让我想起之前的那个 Chris Watts 那个案件了。大家还记得吗？ Chris Watts 的这个女儿和老婆啊不见了之后，他跟警察说的是什么？他说我不知道他们跟谁在一起，但是我感觉他们可能并没有很安全。Casey 这里呢也是女儿不见了，而他跟警察说的是我觉得她是安全的，我只是不知道她在哪里而已。Casey 这个呢明显就会更高明一些，因为它可能性更多，那么案情发展的方向呢就可能性也会更多。甚至啊，说句不好听的话，以后律师在上庭辩论的时候，我觉得发挥的余地也会更大一些。
I said Jeff worked here until about 2 months ago?
No, he hasn't worked here for quite a while.
10 months? How long?
It's been at least 10 months.
Okay. He got fired in 2002. He hasn't been an employee here since 2002. And what about the girl?
Juliet?
Yeah, what about her?
She left 2 months ago. That's exactly what she had told me.
Juliet Lewis never worked at Universal Studios.
I'm sorry. Is the baby's daddy actually dead?
It's a good question. What are we going to find?
I mean, you've told us so many untruths right now. I'm confused.
Yes.
Would your parents be upset if you had given the baby back to the daddy to take back for his grandparents, or for his parents to take care of?
He passed away last year. We hadn't even talked much before that.
Let me ask you this. Is the obituary in your office?
No.
葬礼是不是你的办公室？这都什么跟什么啊？这是。好，他说孩子的这个父亲呢已经去世了 ，OK， 所以孩子肯定是没有跟父亲在一起。其实这个小孩的父亲到底是谁，至今呢这都是一个谜，到现在也没有答案。因为 Casey 啊从来不跟别人提起这个小孩的父亲到底是谁，大家本来都以为是 Casey 这个有一个未婚夫啊，包括那个未婚夫啊那个男的在内。但是后来呢，这个男的这个未婚夫呢就做了个 DNA 的测试，结果显示呢这个孩子并不是他的。我有非常仔细的去查这个案件的这个资料，根据资料显示啊，有7个被怀疑的对象，其中3个都死于车祸了。所以这个事情吧，至今为止都没有明确的答案。但是至少这里啊，这个事情已经闹得这么大了，如果说这个孩子的爸爸在，然后这个孩子是跟他爸爸在一起的话，父亲呢肯定这个时候就会带着孩子出现了啊，跟警察说孩子在我这边。那么既然没有，那么父亲的这个可能性也就闭环了。OK， 根据这个审讯的这个情况，这几个警察应该是问不出什么有价值的东西了。那么这次审问之后呢，不管这个小女孩这个 Katie 现在到底在哪里，到底怎么样了， Casey 呢他是走不了了，因为他已经很明白的对着警察撒谎了。所以当天呢，警察就以忽视儿童、对警察撒谎和妨碍公务为名逮捕了 Casey。 然后在 Casey 进到监狱里面之后，他有机会跟家里打一个电话，我们听听这段电话。
Casey?
Mom.
Hey, sweetie.
Oh, I just saw your nice little cameo on TV.
Which one?
What do you mean, which one?
Which one? I did 4 different ones, and I don't know. I haven't seen them all. I've only seen 1 or 2 so far.
You don't know what my involvement is and stuff?
Casey?
Mom.
What?
No.
I don't know what your involvement is, sweetheart. You're not telling me where she's at.
Because I don't know where she's at. Are you kidding me?
Casey, don't waste your call to
No.
scream and holler at
Waste
me.
my call sitting in, the jail?
Whose
And
fault
where
is
bunks are?
Whose fault is you're sitting in the jail? You're blaming me that you're sitting in the jail?
Not
Blame
my
yourself
fault.
for telling lies. You mean it's not your fault? What do you mean it's not your fault, sweetheart? If you'd have told him the truth and not lied about everything, they wouldn't.
Do me a favor, just tell me what Tony's number is. I don't want to talk to you right now. Forget it.
I don't have his number.
We'll get it from Lee because I know Lee's at the house. I saw Mallory's car was out front. It was just on the news. They were just live outside the house.
I know they were.
Well, can you get Tony's number for me so I can call him? Hey, can you give me...
这段对话好奇怪好奇怪啊，就一上来他们谈话的内容竟然是电视台的这个采访的这个情况。Casey 说话的这个感觉就是，哎，老妈，你上电视了啊，好得很啊，你还跟他说，哎，不知道我干了什么啊，你什么意思呀，你对吧？他妈 Cindy 呢，这个时候也很奇怪，就昨天还非常很激动，对吧？想要找孙女在哪里，想要弄清楚到底发生什么事情，这个时候突然间变得非常镇定了。一上来并没有问孙女的情况，她到底在哪里？你到底把她放到哪里去了？没有问，也没有关心女儿。啊，你现在在监狱里面有没有人欺负你啊？难受吗？感觉怎么样啊？也没有问，而是说，哎，是呀，我上电视了。哎，你看的是哪个电视台的报道啊？他似乎更加关心女儿对这个电视台的这个采访和他自己说过的什么话，对这方面更加关心。而且老妈说的话是啊，你为什么骗他们？你实话实说不就好了吗？Casey 回的是，我说实话了呀，我真的不知道他在哪里。两个人讨论的这个内容怎么都跟失踪的这个小孙女 Kaylee 无关呢？而是一些别的一些东西。这个时候这两个人好像没有一个真的在关心这个孙女 Kaylee 本身的事情了。这里我补充一个细节啊，这个 Casey Anthony 啊，在后面接受了2位心理学家的这个当面的这个测试啊，一个呢叫做 Jeffrey Danziger， 他后来写了一个长达149页的一个报告，他得出来的结论就是没有发现 Casey Anthony 有精神疾病的这个证据。他同时还对这个 Casey Anthony 做了这个 MMPI 这个测试啊，这是一个用来测试人的这个人格障碍啊等问题，这可以说是目前最好用的这个测试之一啊。得出的这个结论呢是 Casey 也没有任何的人格障碍。另外一个心理学家呢叫做 William White， 他呢做的更加详细，他做的这份报告长达298页。我这份报告我也看了，他的角度呢还主要是从这个弗洛伊德的这种精神分析论啊，从这个角度来研究Casey， 结果呢还是一样的， Casey 呢是一个完全正常的。这里呢我先不在这一点上多做讨论，因为后面我会专门的去分析它。我想跟大家强调的是，要不然 Casey Anthony 呢是属于一个绝顶聪明的一个人，就是简直是比爱因斯坦还爱因斯坦，他可以有能力连续的通过2名不同的心理学家从不同的角度用不同的方法对他进行的这个测试。要不然呢 Casey 就真的可能并没有精神和人格方面的任何问题。那么如果是这样子的话，我们就不能把它当做一个我之前做过的其他的案件里面那些嫌疑人来对待。如果是这样子的话，那他就是正常的。那么正常的，他这里又说自己没有错，反倒对于母亲说的话充满这种嘲讽的这种感觉，同时也考虑到母亲的这个态度吧，这里确实就比较耐人深思了。
Tony's number.
I can do that. I don't know what real good it's going to do at this point.
Well, I'd like to talk to him anyway.
Okay.
Because I called to talk to my mother, and it's waste. Oh, by the way, I don't want any of you coming up here when I have my first hearing for bond and everything else. Like, don't even waste your time coming up here.
You know, you're making it real tough for anybody to want to try to, even if she was giving you somebody's phone number. You're not even letting me finish.
Well, Let's go ahead.
You're asking me for Tony's phone number so you can call him, and then you immediately want to start pressing towards me and saying, don't even worry about coming up here for all this stuff and trying to cut us out.
I'm not trying to cut anybody out.
I'm not going around and around with you. You know, that's pretty pointless. I'm not going to put everybody else through the same stuff that you've been putting the police and everybody else through for the last 24 hours and the stuff you've been putting Mom through for the last 4 or 5 weeks. I'm done with that. So you can tell me what's going on. Christina would love to talk to you because she thinks that you will tell her what's going on.
No, I want Tony's number. I'm not talking to anybody else.
Hello.
Hi.
我的天哪，这个跟哥哥说话这个感觉也不太对劲。就他们说话有几个特点，你看母亲跟 Casey 说话的时候是互相说，稍微有一点点争执的那个感觉，而哥哥跟 Casey 说话的这个感觉呢是哥哥说 Casey 就是听着。那么中间其实 Casey 还有抢话，那哥哥明确的打断了他，然后之后 Casey 就没有再抢话了，是哥哥一直在说话。第二呢是他想要男友的这个电话，但是哥哥基本上的这个意思就是不给你不要再把别人牵扯进来这个事情里面了，反正你还是会撒谎， 你想说话的话，你最好的朋友 Christina 在这里，你有话你跟她说。这家人的气氛其实不太对。
I'm glad everybody's at my house. I'll have to call you later. I'll have to call somebody to get your number. Do me a favor, get my brother back because I need Tony's number.
Okay, is there anything I can do for you?
I'm sitting in jail. There's nothing anybody can do right now.
Well, I'm just trying to be...
Oh, I know you are, honey. I absolutely know that you are, and I appreciate everything that you're trying to do, but I'd like to call Tony. He's not at my house, is he?
No,
okay.
No, it's just me and your parents and Lee.
Okay, well, can you do me a favor and get my brother back or get the number from him, please?
Does Tony have anything to do with Kaylee?
No, nothing.
Okay, so why do you want to talk to Tony? You probably don't want to tell me, do you?
Huh?
You probably don't want to tell me, do you? Why do you want to talk to him? You probably don't want to tell me.
He's my boyfriend, and I want to actually try to sit and talk to him because I didn't get a chance to talk to him earlier because I got arrested on whim today. Because they're blaming me for stuff that I never would do, that I didn't do.
Okay. Well, I'm on your side, you know that.
Oh, honey, I know that. I just want to talk to Tony, get a little bit of...
Casey, you have to tell me if you know anything about Kaylee.
Sweetheart,
if anything happens with Kaylee, Casey, I'll die. You understand? I'll die. If anything happens to that baby.
Oh my god. Calling you guys? A waste. Huge waste.
你看这里这个 Casey 的这个好朋友 Christina 说话的感觉就是对的，内容也是对的。当然 Casey 的表现是不对的。Casey 最好的朋友带着这个哭腔跟他说，如果孩子出事，如果你女儿出事了的话，我会伤心死的。这明明说到的是 Casey 自己的孩子，但是我们看 Casey 的这个态度是什么？我的天哪，给你们打电话简直就是浪费时间。就他的女儿在哪里，现在怎么样了，他根本就不关心这个问题。当然了，说白了，他现在在监狱里面嘛，他当然只关心现在的自己的这个状态，自己的这个境遇啊，这个可以理解啊。但正常情况之下，监狱里面的人啊，一定是会向所有的人求助的，不应该去挖苦，去得罪周边亲近的人。大家还记得之前的那个达利亚的那个案件吗？那个达利亚就是一进监狱之后，给所有人打电话都是这么说：你们赶紧来，你们赶紧过来，你们赶紧想办法。Casey 首先比达利亚冷静太多了，这个很明显。但是他也应该说是请求家人啊、朋友啊，你们请律师，你帮我花钱，请最好的律师来帮我想办法把我救出去。但是 Casey 这里的这个感觉是好像对于母亲啊、对于弟弟啊、对于朋友完全放弃了的感觉。她只想联系她的男朋友，而且她还跟他们说了，上法庭那天你们不要来。我呢就感觉越来越好奇了，难道这个事情又跟男友有关系？而且我感觉她母亲和哥哥似乎表现出了不想让她联系她男朋友的这个感觉。这个朋友 Christina 是目前为止接电话的这3个人中间啊，唯一一个比较正常的。就你需要什么帮助啊？你需要我做什么呀？到底怎么了呀 ？Kelly 没事吧 ？Kelly 如果真的出事了，我会伤心死的。这些反应呢就是非常对的，这是应该是一个正常人在这种情况下的反应。而作为对比呢 Casey 跟家里人说话的这个感觉就有点不太对劲。还有呢，他爸呢，明明他爸在家对吧？刚刚有提到他爸吗？为什么没有过来接电话呢？而且他爸好像从头到尾至今为止都没有说过一句话。
Your daughter, your flesh and blood, your baby girl.
Christina, please, put my brother back on the phone. I don't want to get into this with you right now. I love you, honey, and I'm glad that you're there. Thank you for your help. I will let you know if there's anything that you can do. I have no clue where my daughter is. Yeah, that is the truth. That is the absolute truth.
They'll find out, and whoever...
Okay, Christina, I'm hanging up. I need to make this other call before I forget the number, so I will call you later.
Okay,
bye.
好，这通电话呢其实就是这样，因为只是一个录音啊，没有录像，所以我们少了视觉上面的很多线索，所以我感觉比较困难啊，去做出更有把握的什么判断啊。但是一些信号呢还是很明显的显示出来，这个 Casey 至少啊对朋友是有撒谎的。Casey 对于朋友和警察说话的时候，都有这种不停的在重复啊，我说的是真话，绝对是真话。我不知道我女儿在哪里，这绝对是真话。他不停有重复这种话。首先啊，他疑似啊撒谎的时候有这个补充确认的这个习惯。一句话中间如果有说谎的内容的话，他一定会再补充确认一下。第二呢是，如果我们把 Casey 所说过的所有的话都集中整理出来，你会发现其实就是上面的这2句话不停在重复。撒谎的人啊喜欢重复啊，这是人之常情，大家都一样啊，心理学上就这么回事吧。一般来说就有4个原因啊，一呢是这种不断的重复啊，还有这种甚至于像他这里的这个补充确认的这个习惯，这都是为了加固脑中啊这个谎言和这个事实的这个区 区分吧，就相当于在脑中加深这个谎言的这个概念。第二呢，因为心虚嘛，所以通过这个不断重复啊，想要通过这个方式去说服对方。第三呢，是通过这种重复啊，这样可以挤出那么一点点的时间和那么一点点的脑力啊，去思考一下后面我该怎么去说。第四呢，我总是感觉他好像在想给自己赢得时间的这种感觉，就是我觉得他始终似乎是有话要说，而且根据他准备的这个程度，我感觉他准备好的话肯定不止这么一点点，他应该还有其他的东西想要说。但是呢，这些话我不知道他想什么时候说，也许可能我们需要一个非常好的一个角度和一个很厉害的一个审讯专家，要花比较长的时间来去审问他，才能得出这个结论。并且说实话，我感觉全家人都需要被审。这个事情给我的感觉就是这样，全家人都有一点奇怪。后来啊，事发3天之后呢，在2008年的7月17号，这个 Casey 就出庭了。22号呢，这个保释金就被法庭定到50万美金。1个月后呢，8月20号啊，有一个赏金猎人啊，出钱把这个钱付了，然后把 Casey 保释了出来。他的目的呢是希望可以破案。但10天之后呢，警察这边就提出了新的证据和新的罪名，以盗窃罪的这个名义啊，又重新抓捕了 Casey。他重新回到了监狱之后，在9月5号 Casey 的父母又一次付了保释金，将 Casey 保释了出来。到了9月底的时候，警方又提出了新的证据和新的罪名，再次把 Casey 抓回了监狱。警察其实一直在调查，但是他们一直没有找到什么特别实质性的证据去证明到底发生什么事情。后来到了年底的时候，在12月11号，也就是案发的这个6个月之后，一名叫做 Roy Kronk 的这个查水表的一个水利公司的一个员工啊，在距离 Casey 家仅仅400米的这个距离的一个地方啊，找到了一个小孩的一个头骨。1周之后呢，在12月19号，经过 DNA 的这个确定，这个头骨就是属于已经失踪了6个月的 Casey 的女儿 Kaylee Anthony。本来呢，全美当时都是非常关注这个案件，很想知道这个女孩到底是怎么了。那么这个结果就使得非常多的人啊伤心落泪。这个3岁的这个可爱的小女孩 Kaylee 呢，确认死亡。但是令人更加震惊的消息还在后面。这名叫做 Roy Kronk 这个查水表的这个人啊，也就是找到尸体啊残骸的这个人，突然之间出来接受媒体采访，公开对外宣布他找到尸体残骸的时间根本就不是现在，24个月前。详情呢，我们下周再接着看。我是 Eric 长安万年，感谢大家收看这个视频，我们下周再见了，拜拜。